Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest. Today we have from the Upton Cultural Council, Donna Marie Floyd, who is our co-chairperson, and Shelley Ryan, and she is a co-chairperson. Welcome, ladies. I have never had the Cultural Council here in Upton on the show, and this is going to be fun. You're already locked and loaded with information. You want to shoot first, Donna? Go for it.
Sure. So Shelley and I are co-chairs of the Upton Cultural Council. We've both been involved with the council for the last 8 years.
Wow. That's a long time.
All volunteer.
Yep.
We have 8 members currently, and we're all volunteers. The council has been around Massachusetts since 1978. Back in the 90s, the Mass Cultural Council was formed, and it's monies from the Endowment for the Arts and the state legislature, and they allot each of the 329 cities and towns. Well, there's 351, but there's 329 councils in the Commonwealth, and everyone gets a little bit from the state. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the monies are then disseminated either directly. Applicants can apply directly to the Mass State Council, or through your local cultural council, you apply for grants.
And they come through okay? You don't have to struggle for it? Or
No, not at all.
No.
What can you use it for? Anything you wish?
So
It has to be something based that's going to benefit the residents of the town,
Yeah.
be it the children, the elderly, maybe the senior center, a concert for the town,
Yeah.
things like that. So it has to be sort of, maybe a class, an education
love it.
opportunity, things like that.
Is it enough money, do you think, or could you use more? I mean, when we consider
well, we could always use
Yeah.
more.
But it
and
comes through.
It comes
Yeah.
through, and
Every
budgets. Yes, every town.
Well, the towns that don't have a council, so if you don't have the volunteers, in fact, that's how I got involved.
Yeah.
I was hearing from different other moms in town that it was going to have to close because there weren't enough volunteers.
So you need at least 2.
I think it's
volunteers.
you have to have at least 5.
You have to have at least 5 to have a quorum.
Okay, so you have a 5
and we fluctuated from as many as 14
Yeah.
down to 10.
Yeah.
Now we have 8, and we're always looking for more volunteers.
What happens if you're a volunteer? What do you do on culture?
So it's really, basically we have one big voting meeting a year, and we all disseminate the grants that we get in. We each member looks through and does research on the grant, so then they can present it to the other voting members, and we decide on the monies. We also have a spring meeting where we sort of talk about initiatives, look for new ideas, things that the town is interested in. We every 3 years the Mass State makes us do a survey the community. So we have a survey currently going on till April. You can access it on the town website. We've gotten about 50 responses so far.
Wow.
A lot of people didn't know we had a council.
Yeah, I know about our historical society, but
Right.
how did I connect with you? Who led us to each other?
Possibly through, at the special town meeting in November, we had paper surveys,
Okay,
and we got about 25 responses there, just which was great. And then we uploaded it all, and everything's online now. And actually, the nice thing is, as of last year, all of the applications, everything is done online. So if you don't have a computer and you want to apply for a grant and you're an artist, and you don't just have to be an artist in Upton, you can be a local artist and you want to, do a performance or a function in Upton, you can go to any library that has access to a computer, and you could,
or a friend, right?
or a friend, right? You could. You can fill out the application.
That is a neat idea. So all told, now you have 8, right? Okay, 8. And you both have been with it for 8 years.
Right.
About that, yeah.
Is there a president?
Well, I've been the chair for, I did a 3-year stint. After 6 years, you have to take a year off, which I did, and then I came back on. But we decided to co-chair, so just kind of
That's a great way
split
to
the
do it.
load,
Yeah,
and
the work.
And both of you have a lot of information. I don't know who to start with. Pick somebody.
Well, Shelley can give you some of the new things that we just granted this year. So we actually have 3 programs that have already happened.
Yeah.
I'm just quickly, one of them was a mall and the night visitors at the United Parish, and it was a beautiful, which I attended, 45-minute opera. And they transformed the whole upstairs parish It was beautiful. It was 3 performances, and we were fortunate to be one of the grantees, one of the sponsors of this in our town, and it was open to anybody in the town. Yeah. It was very well attended. We have some pictures on our Facebook page.
All right.
So coming up, we have granted monies towards the Upton Town Library.
Yeah.
They're going to have a puppet show, Sparky's Puppets.
When's the puppet show coming?
It is going to be February 20th. So
Right
that's
here.
during school vacation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really designed for the young children to come. March 28th, we have Makerspace Education.
What's that?
We are, this is a grant for people through Nipmuc High School.
Okay. Wow.
Makerspace is sort of like a new technology for young people to connect in businesses, and so
Entrepreneurial?
and to
There you go.
educate them.
Yeah.
You sort of need some people that are trained in it. So this group is coming in and they're going to work specifically with the students, but it's also open to the public, which is going to be a nice event.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
A real chance
When is that
to
again?
learn. It is March 28th
March 28th at the high school.
at the high
Right.
school.
What time?
I'm not sure if a
We
time.
don't have, I don't think I think in their publicity,
They'll
they
let
will
you
be
know.
posting
We'll
it.
let you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
And we'll
up
put
to
it
the
out on
school.
our we'll put
Yeah,
it on
we'll
our
Great
Facebook
idea.
page.
We'll put it out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
For April vacation at the library, they will be having Mr. Magic Head.
Has he been here before?
I haven't personally seen him.
No? Magic Head?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not
we heard
sure.
good
about
things.
No.
It's supposed to be hilarious.
Okay.
Saturday, April 28th, we have organic gardening for everyone, which will be great.
Where's
a
that?
hands-on learning experience.
Here at the library, or?
I don't think they've.
He doesn't.
You
Yeah,
didn't-
I don't know if he has a venue yet.
I-
If he was going to either secure like the Nipmuc Auditorium or maybe the town hall stage area,
Yeah.
and it's I think it's a 90-minute presentation
Organic
on
gardening.
organic gardening.
All right.
So
Sounds good.
we'll definitely be publicizing,
Yeah.
that when it happens. So
And then coming up in the summer, we have some concerts that we're sponsoring.
That's right. Now, do you work in tandem with the recreation director on the concerts?
we don't, but we have spoken to him about. He actually reached out to us and said, "Oh, I have some acts I'd like to bring in. Would help my funding if we could grant some of them. We could all kind of work together." So we have one grantee who we're talking with who didn't have a venue, might possibly be performing there.
So the grant makes it so that the cultural council can pay the people coming in that
Correct.
perform for us.
And so then we can bring more
Yeah.
cultural events into the town, not affecting the town's budget, not having to tax a different department.
I got it. Yeah.
For a long time, the Upton Cultural Council sponsored the Museum Pass program at the library.
Yeah.
And we do stuff with the Friends of the Upton State Forest, 4-H, the PTOs, Blackstone Valley Tech. They had a graphic artist program last year. So it really kind of spans. We try to do all the demographics within Upton specifically.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else?
There's really one neat project that we sponsored last year that was unique and kind of new. Karen Arnold, the librarian at MISCO, they are working with a couple other folks and having kids stay after school and do a newsletter.
Do
So-
a newsletter. The children
Yeah.
doing it. Oh,
The children are writing it and
That's
interviewing
great.
people, and it's
Yeah.
really a great.
Yeah, so our grant money pays for all the printing, and we actually split it with Mendon because their cultural council. We each chip in, and
I love that.
they're able
Yeah.
they're
to.
splitting and able to help each other out.
Right.
Right.
And it's great. It goes to all the students and families at MISCO, totally student run, and they do it twice a year.
We're talking with Donna Marie Floyd, and she is a co-chairperson of the Upton Cultural Council. She's on my left, and on my far left is Shelley Ryan. She's also co-chairperson of the Upton Cultural Council. So who's next? Who's got the good stuff coming up now? Are you going to do it, Donna? Who's next?
Well, I do want to. I'm going to push the survey a little bit. So, like I said, we have a survey that's ongoing. If people want to come, go to the town website. We have a Facebook page, which will have a list of the upcoming events, and we like to post pictures. We encourage citizens that go, if they want to attend, if they attend an event, if they would like to, post some pictures on our Facebook page as well, that would be great. But the survey, there's a link on the Facebook page and the town site. It just gives people, it gives us a better idea of what people are looking for. Basically, ways for us to publicize a little better, things we need to do. We did get some nice responses from people who said, thanks for volunteering. So there are people that know.
The town meeting last November, you had these. I wonder
Yeah.
if I filled one out.
You might have.
Yeah.
It sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
'Cause I wouldn't pass up a chance like this.
Right.
I might not put my name on it, but I'll fill it out.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some nice responses from people, and in response, you know, a few people said, "Hey, can you keep your website current?" Meaning the Facebook page. Yeah. And because we're all volunteers, we have full-time jobs, and like, you know, we have not been as good at that, but we are, you know, kind of dividing and conquering. Right. So making sure that that's up to date, and then just getting people excited about what's coming up. And we are fortunate that the town crier, usually in August and September, you'll see a little call for entries. Yep. We tend not to spend the monies we get from the state on publicity because we want to be able to give it all to the artists. Yeah. So we figure there's enough ways, you know, we're fortunate the town crier gives us a space, and through social media that we can get entries.
Well, you can always be on Be My Guest, and you get the word out
Excellent.
Even more, not only just here, but internationally online. And if you're coming over from Sweden, we're going to have some events over here. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You know, Glenn Fowler is my co-producer, and sometimes he'll let me know how many hundreds of hits we've had online. I know in the beginning, somebody in Ireland, we had Ireland hitting it. We had You Just Do Not Know. I'll get an email from somebody who wants to be a guest. They saw it on YouTube or on our other online site. I'm like, wow, and I saw somebody on it, and I know that person, and I would
Right.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, how can they reach you again for the Cultural Council if they'd like to volunteer?
Well, you certainly can go on the Upton town page, and we have a link there. And we could also email us. Do you want to share your? You can email me, ShellyRyan1@hotmail.com. So that's one way.
UptonMA.gov, our main line there, and then hit. It says choices. Which one?
Yeah, so there's commissions, you know, committees and commissions, and then you just go under. I think we're under C for Cultural Council.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is down there. You have to go through.
Yeah, you do have to dig. Yeah. But if you want to go on Facebook and you just search the Upton Cultural Council, we have a page there, and with stuff that's happening. When our round of notices went out this year, we got right off the bat 4 nice emails from recipients. One of them this year is Milford Ballet. They had their production already. They solicit a lot of councils. We were able to fund them partially this year too, so that was nice. And we always do, Bill Moffat comes back every year, Brass Alley Band. And he performs usually at St. Gabriel's or at a local parish, and it's free, open to the public. Excellent Christmas music to get you in the spirit.
And he was there this year?
He was there this year. So just a nice way to bring the community together.
Now you have ideas already all set between October 2018. Okay, so more new ideas can start now. You can always give ideas, but you can start booking people beginning maybe next October into the 2019.
Right. And I did see a few things on the survey. People were asking, people get intimidated about grant writing, and because you have to fill out an application. Sure. And it's not that daunting as it seems. And a few people on the survey had reached out, in the comments section, is there any help for writing the grants? Definitely. People get a little intimidated. There are great resources on the Mass Cultural Council website, which is just massculturalcouncil.org. Okay. There's a link to it on our Facebook page, and there's tutorials and samples. So, we encourage anybody to fill out an application. And if there is questions, pertaining to the application, they can always email us, or if they need help with the verbiage, there's a lot of resources out there. So we encourage, the more the better for us.
And truthfully, just a couple questions: who you are, what you're hoping to do, how it will benefit the town and the community, your preferred audience. Say, I'm a magician. I want to perform for children ideally, or whatever it is. That's just an example. They just have to, really, it's like a couple yes or no questions, and let us know how much you're looking for, and if you're charging, for a ticket, because ideally we would prefer not. If someone's going to be making a profit, we like it to be free. Sure. And in a perfect world. So, it's pretty straightforard. Yeah. It really
so it's not that hard. They can connect with you. You've got some other things here. Events coming up, this type of thing?
I think we kind of went through the events. I was going to just give you a few stats on the recent granting. We were able to 93% of our grants were approved for funding.
That's really
and
good.
92% of them were fully funded. and most of them are going to be taking place here in Upton, which is really nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And yet you share with Mendon.
We don't share with Mendon, but they also could be solicited by the same organizations.
Exactly.
Okay.
So one of the organizations that we granted monies to in the past was the Audio Journal, which is a group out of Worcester.
Yes, they've been on the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And they said there's about 4 or 5 blind residents in Upton, so it is still serving our town, and they solicit all the cultural councils, and we're able to, grant them some monies to continue doing the great work that they do.
When do you meet? When does the Cultural Council meet?
Typically, our annual meeting to review all of the proposals and grants and disperse the monies is late-ish October, early November.
But do you get together every month other than that?
Not really. We email a lot, and Donna and I are, being co-chairs, we just have to kind of keep everything moving forward for the next season.
And you could be, definitely an Upton resident. Now, Mendon has their own cultural council, right?
Yeah, to be on the council, you need to be an active Upton member.
Any age?
No, in fact, we encourage all ages, really. It'd be just to have a little more input from things that people would like, just more diversity. We're all women. We'd love some men, too, if they want to get in on the action.
Sure.
We'd enjoy that as well.
When you had that survey, what was some of the more popular things that people requested that they'd like to see happen?
Well, what's interesting is that the things that people really wanted were lectures, which I thought was interesting. There was almost 50-50 for lectures and artisans to come into the town.
Oh, yeah, artisans, I love that. Lectures, I wonder on what? That's interesting.
Well, yeah, and in the past, we had...
We had that botanist that came.
Right.
And
A
did
botanist?
and did a presentation at the Upton State Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a neat one. And a couple different gardening ones have been here. One did, I think, at the VFW one year. Memorial School is always a popular choice for a venue. They're wonderful to work with, as well as the library.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. That botanist thing sounds... People are getting more and more interested in, organic gardening and this type of thing.
Definitely.
Having your own veggies.
Right.
I may not be great with flowers, I don't know, but having your own little veggie garden, I've thought about it, haven't done it.
Well, there was one edible perennials.
That's right.
Was one of the, where you walked through the state forest and was pointed out, this is edible. It was fascinating. This is edible. This is edible.
So they knew, you knew right off. But
right.
Yeah.
Did you have a big turnout?
I think it was so-so.
I want to say around 20 was it.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, that's not bad.
No, that's in this day and age.
Yeah.
I help authors. I'm a publicist for authors, and I say let's say if you were Tatnook and you were in the back room and you're presenting your book and all for book signing, I say, don't be discouraged if you get maybe anywhere from 5 to 20. I said because every person you meet is probably going to tell another person about where they went, and they're going to. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets the word out more.
Right. Exactly.
So the Upton State Forest that's a lot of fun. Do you work a lot with that, with setting things up?
Well, they apply, I would say every year they apply for a grant or two, and so they find these neat programs that they then, bring to us, and if we're able to help out, it's great. It's a win-win for the whole community.
Do you have to go to the selectmen's meetings first before you put your grant in, or you just go ahead and
What you do need to do is not only fill out the application, but you do need to have a sponsor.
you have to have a sponsor?
Yeah.
So if you, as the Cultural Council, want a grant, do you go through the selectmen, or you just send it to the grant people? Right off?
So, what's interesting is, as a council, we are able to submit our own grant if we wanted to do something for the community, and then we just go directly to we would send it to the Mass Cultural Council site with our own information, and then see if we get the program or not.
Now, if you want to volunteer on the Upton Cultural Council, this doesn't sound like it's going to take a whole lot of chunk out of your time.
Not at all.
You meet for your major meeting once a year, but you communicate online. There's always the phone, right?
Correct.
So this is something that you don't have to feel trapped. I don't get a feeling where you're trapped in and really, it just sounds like fun.
Not at all. It really
Spending money.
it really is. It's really fun. It's neat to see the programs that are out there.
Yeah.
And some of the programs actually there's a program last year which we really wanted to grant, but there was no sponsor or venue. But we reached out to the vendor and said, hey, let's hook you up with Memorial School and see if we can make it happen, and then you could work with us in the future. So yeah, it's very easy in terms of volunteer hours.
Yeah.
We're always looking for new volunteers.
You don't have to have any particular background, right?
Oh, no.
No.
We're all different backgrounds.
And that's what makes it really nice, is that we all come from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
So, we all bring a different level to the vote when it's time for voting, in terms of, I think, this would definitely benefit, or, maybe not so much, or this is too far away, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. We had some kind of funky requests in the past that, I work with the elderly, so I was able to kind of jump in and say, I think, that would work, or maybe if we tweaked it a little bit.
How about Janice Nowicki over at the Senior Center? Now, do you ever work in tandem with her setting things up?
They've definitely sent folks to us and recommended us, and backwards to them. We have said, hey, what about performing at the Senior Center?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We just had Gary Blanchard on and his wife Carol Mays. Gary is our resident guitarist musician, and Carol Mays, his wife, is a professional poet. And the two of them are very willing to come in from West Brookfield to and he has very folksy music, relaxing. So many songs. Actually, the song that leads into our program is one of his. Run River Run.
Excellent.
And then the other one at the end, I think it's Lunar Tunes. That's also his as well. So since I first met him, I think in 2013 he was on the show for the first time. I just fell in love with his songs. I don't know what it is. It's not, it's kind of lilting, and he's, we had one of his guitars, you saw it. He's got the peace sign on it. He had it completely. That's a lot of fun.
Totally.
And they were at the park, a number of years ago. But a lot of the music at the park, it's fun, it's okay. But I think a lot of us, it's just so loud. It's like you got to keep backing up.
Right.
Yeah, but I love our beach. I've got a question for you. Do you know anything about the swans coming in? They're supposed to come in over at the beach to get rid of the goosies.
I don't know.
That's a good idea.
Our recreation director was on, and a lot of people have not been too thrilled about the goosey poop.
Yeah.
Because, that's unhealthy.
Then they have to close the beach.
Yes.
But they've left it open, and I love our beach, love it, it's my spa. But they said if we can bring in a couple of swans, swans are territorial,
Very.
and they chase away the geese.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love the goosies, but not the other stuff.
Right.
So I'm hoping that they can get the swans.
Yeah,
and who knew? I didn't know
That would
the
be
swan.
wonderful.
That
They're
would
so
be-
beautiful to look at.
Well,
Yeah.
look at over in Northbridge, Whitensville. They're over on Meadow Pond.
That's
and
right.
We deserve swans too.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh, I hope they can get them.
Yeah.
I really, you didn't hear about this.
I did.
Wow, I guess it's a well-kept secret. But boy, there better be some swans out there this summer. I love
We'll be
that.
looking for
Do
it.
you schedule a lot of some of the events at the beach, or is that the rec department?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
that's
rec
right.
That's the
department.
recreation department.
Now that our new town manager is tweeting, we can use that as another avenue to get our events out.
He
as
was on the
well.
program too. He's really a nice
Yes,
guy. Oh
yes.
my gosh, he's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Again, how can people get a hold of you at the Cultural Council here in Upton?
You can go on the town website, look for Cultural Council. You can also go on Facebook and search Upton Cultural Council and see what we're up to, and like us. And you can email us as well, right from both of those pages.
Now you had mentioned, I know it's a big event over in Hopedale, the Hopedale Cultural
Right, it's like
Council.
a day in the park.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they talk about artisans.
Yes.
I was there a long time ago. I was doing a craft, and I've even sent authors over there.
Right.
And that type of thing. I don't know, where would we put it here in Upton?
Well, if we have the vision for the new downtown, that would be a wonderful space for it. And close the street, close up for the day, and
you mean
just
over where the VFW is, all over
yes,
this area?
and just have have our own version of that. That would be great. I think it would be exciting. We could all work together, Cultural Council, Retcom, the different groups, and really make it a nice community event.
Oh, definitely. Artisans are big. I love seeing what other people are creating. I absolutely love it. The lectures interest me too. I wonder what people are looking for. You mentioned the botanist, and there was another one you mentioned. What was that?
There is one that's the one of them that we sponsored back was a program about hurricane It was like
Hurricanes?
Yeah, it was the hurricane, like the Great Hurricane of I wrote it down, like the Great Hurricane of 19 something.
None of us were here.
None of us were here, and it was a whole lecture
Missed it.
program, and it was very, very well attended.
Yeah. I think a lot of the elderly people
Yes.
were, and they want to hear about it.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that's very popular that's also happening at the library is Gregory Maychek. He does the pastel painting, and he has like 20 or 25
Right here?
seats
It sells out.
right here in the library, and it always sells out.
When's it going to be?
So February 15th from 6 to 8 p.m., he's doing Monet's Magic Pastel Paint, Wondrous Water Lilies. He does a little demonstration, and then everyone will have a brush, and you'll be able to participate as well.
You'll be able to do it with them.
Yeah.
No
It's
cost.
very
No cost. Just
popular.
come on in. What do you have to bring in your own?
I think everything's supplied.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
Usually it's one or the other. That's pretty great. What a free, wonderful trip to be on.
Yeah, 2-hour workshop,
Yeah.
which is another thing at the library. We granted Kathy Taylor. She's doing luminaries in the library, and
I know Kathy.
you know
Taylor.
Kathy. So
Yeah.
she's gonna be meeting with the library at the end of the month, and they're gonna decide on 2 luminaries and she sent me some samples to put up for the windows for March. Then they'll have a workshop in March. Then they're gonna decorate the windows.
What is the luminary?
It's like a sort of a pastel that's on the window.
Well, almost like a stained glass effect.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
she and the people that want to participate will be able to. They'll decide what they're going to do, and then they'll be able to make it happen and put it out. So when
So
you're
you can
driving
make your own
around,
and then put it.
yeah, it's going to be it'll be neat.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so that's
We
coming.
got about 2 minutes. Again, how can people get a hold of you for the Cultural Council?
Certainly, you can go on the town website and look for the Cultural Council under commissions.
And don't be shy. You want to
And we're
come on?
always looking for volunteers. And if you are at an event, please take photos and post them on social media.
Yeah, well, what is I can take photos on my little. I've got one of those little cheapo, not a flip phone, but it's like it. I can take pictures on that too.
Yep.
I mean, they're not professional, but
Yeah.
I think I see so many people going like this. They want
I
selfies.
know, I know.
And then
I
there's
know.
that. We had one guest on that we met him when he was at a business fair, and he had it on a pole. You can walk around now
Selfie
and
stick.
this type
Yes,
of thing.
the selfie stick.
Yeah.
That was actually my husband's go-to gift this year. He bought about 25 of them, and each family member got a selfie stick.
How
So-
tall? How many feet high are they?
It's it's
Depends.
Oh,
yeah,
it
it depends.
Three-
yeah,
three,
and
yeah,
it's all
so you
hooked up
can
through
hold it out.
Bluetooth. You sync your phone, so you hit the button and snap away. And I've not set mine up yet, but that's
We have
the
been
future.
talking with Donna Marie Floyd and Shelley Ryan, co-chair people of our Upton Cultural Council. If you're one of those people who has a lot of ideas, things you'd like to see, come lectures or arts and crafts, anything, don't be shy. Suggest it. Maybe get on board with the Cultural Council and enjoy having our town have some fun things going on. It's good to have a town that's active like that.
Definitely.
And we're lucky to have you two so willing to come on and talk about it. Some towns, they don't do that. They just, we're in the background, and people
Right.
don't even know you exist.
Well,
now you know.
And that's what we're finding out with the survey. So
Yeah.
we're really going to do a better job at getting it out to the public to show what we're doing and
Yeah.
get more people involved.
Thanks so much for being on.
Thank you for having us.
Alrighty, we'll see you next time and be my guest.